Well, y'all, I mean, God dog. Maybe somebody knew something more than I did. Maybe. And you know what? No wonder Ed Harris III been trying to get me to get at this article all day long. This guy been trying to get me to get at this thing all day long. I've been too busy, but I shouldn't have been too busy for this. I mean, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. You know, I think now all the support that we've given Chris Cyborg, you know, I think it was justified. You know, I think they knew. I think her and Ray Ellaby, I think they knew what was going on. And I think they knew that, you know what, I think Chris might want to pursue boxing. See, they had already been talking about this, and I think Chris knew that this was too good to be true. It was too damn good to be true. I mean, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, look at all these top featherweights. Look at all these top featherweights. I mean, you know, I was excited. I even gave the UFC 14 flyweights that would make the division lucrative, man. I know because I've been doing my damn research on this stuff, man. I've been researching this stuff like the back of my hand. And I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I understand what I'm talking about. And I know what makes a good division. And I know what fighters, I know what attributes they possess. I know what attributes these fighters possess that will make a very exciting division. But they chose not to put certain fighters into the... They didn't even let them make the house. It's crazy. But we're going to look, man. Let's take a look at this, okay? I knew it was too good to be true. And maybe Ray Ellaby and Chris Cyborg, boy, they knew something that we just didn't know. I tell y'all what, man, okay? So they're talking about the 145 pounders. That's what they're talking about. And basically, you know, Chris Cyborg wanted assurance that basically there was going to be an opponent that was going to be tough enough to actually challenge her. That's what she wanted. You know, she didn't want a fly-by-night opponent. She didn't want somebody who wasn't going to be formidable, okay? Chris wanted to fight the winner of the show. Okay, that's already been established, okay? It's been established. People have been saying, I mean, it's out there in the open, okay? Well, here go the thing. Okay? And the thing of it is, man, okay? You had, and they're telling you who they got. They had Karina Dam. Karina Dam's a little old, okay? I can see Karina Dam, you know, not getting that opportunity. She's past her prime, okay? Marcia Allen, you know, she's still fairly young. She's a good fighter, tough fighter, very tough fighter. I knew Dandois was not going to make it. I knew because they had already had Dandois in the UFC, and Cindy Dandois had an issue earlier. And they didn't like how she fought Alexis Davis. I knew for a fact they were not going to. And you know what? Cindy Dandois need to sue, man. Like, she really need to sue because they're discriminating against her, man. They're discriminating against her. Big time. I knew she wasn't going to make it. And I was saying to myself, I don't even know why she went out. Because they already got a bias towards Cindy Dandois. Okay? Ediane Gomez. Okay? Ediane Gomez. Probably won't make it. Lisa Pacheco. Lisa Pacheco done had some fights. I think she even got a victory over Amanda Nunes. She probably won't make it. Okay? Now, Faith Van Doing, you know, Faith done already had her run. And Faith done took, you know, Faith Van Doing probably, you know, after the beating Cyborg game, Faith done took some ass whoopings, okay? I think she need to sit back somewhere, okay? Now, you got Zara Farron, who I think is a good prospect. I think she's good, and I think that's somebody that they could develop, you know? Elizabeth Phillips, she's been around. You know, she's been around. She's still in her early 30s. You know, Liz still got some fights. You know, she still got some fights left in her. You know, she's got a lot of experience. She's a veteran, you know? And then you got Pam Bam Sorensen. Jessie Mill is pretty decent. Those are some good fights. Those are some good fighters. They're decent fighters. They're very good. Some of them, you know, I know they done had some tough matchups. But the thing of it is, man, the UFC, you can read the article for yourself, man. They're going to do something entirely different, man. They're going to do something entirely different. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, good grief. So they're not going to have an opponent that's worthy of fighting Chris Cyborg. Like, honestly, they're not. Okay? Now, here's my thing, man. Okay? Now, this is not written in stone, okay? This is not like 100% fact yet. Okay? Leah Letson, I can see Leah Letson. You know, bringing Leah Letson on and letting her in the house and letting Leah develop. I can see, okay? Leah Letson is a good prospect. You know, Leah Letson is up and coming. You know, she's 25. I still don't think Leah Letson ready to fight Cyborg, but Leah said, look, I'm not afraid. I'll take that word. You know what? I can deal with Leah Letson. I love Leah to death because I know, you know, hey, She gonna do what she gotta do, and she'll fight anybody. So Leah Letson on the top of my list. Okay, Macy Chiasson, you know, she had a very good fight her last fight in Invicta. I forgot who she beat up on, but she beat that girl. She whooped that girl's ass. Okay, Macy Chiasson is good. Now, Katharina Liner, man, I think she a bit of a hype job. I do. I think oh man, her record is good. No, I think she a hype job. Because as soon as she fought somebody credible, man, she got beat up. Okay, so nah, I don't know about that. Panic Hanzad is pretty good. Okay, I can definitely agree with Panic Hanzad. Okay, I can agree with that one. That's one that I would definitely want to see in the house, and that's one that I think would do a good job. Okay, but you know, I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, experience, man. Experience. They don't want them. They just don't want experience in that house, man. They don't want anybody in there, okay, basically, that's got experience. And I'm starting to see that. And I even think I thought Josette Cotton would have been in, you know. That's raw talent. You know, it's like you got bangers in the house, and it's like they select all the people, or they're not going to select people who can make the division much more meaningful, and they can start the division out right, and then you can bring on more prospects. So it's my conclusion, okay? It's my conclusion that maybe the UFC really didn't want this division to work in the first place, you know? Maybe. And I'll be interviewing Leah Letson probably next week. But I'm just, man, it's really bad, man. It's really bad because I know all the promoting and pushing that we did on this channel, you know, really trying to, you know, big up this featherweight division. And it's like, so now you're not going to put all the top fighters in there? You're not going to put the fighters that should be there? I knew Cindy Dandois. I knew that was going to be a toss-up. I knew it because I knew they had a bias. I knew that they were not going to select her. And I told y'all they wouldn't, okay? I came out and told y'all a million times that Cindy Dandois was not going to be selected. See, now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, man. I'm going to tell you what's going to start happening to the UFC. And I done told y'all, it's done already started, man. Bellator going to come in, and Bellator, with this DAZN deal, Bellator going to be able to pay some serious money, man. And if that happened, the UFC better watch out. They're going to have a lot of fighters that's going to come over, and they're going to have a lot of fighters that won't leave Bellator. I done interviewed 4 Bellator fighters that they're happy. And they don't even want to leave Bellator. Not even to go to the UFC, they don't want to leave. See, this is the thing with the UFC, man. They're doing some dumb stuff, man. And with the women, they don't know what to do with the women. They have no idea. And part of me think that, you know, maybe these guys don't know who these fighters are. Like, I'm starting to think maybe they didn't do enough research about who these fighters are. Because if they had done any amount of research whatsoever, any amount, they could have saw, man, that these are some legitimate, I'm talking about top legitimate fighters. But you'll have stupid people that come on here and say, man, these fighters suck. But, you know, they don't even do no film study. They don't even watch no videos. They don't do nothing. They just say the person suck because that's just something they just got to say because they don't got nothing else to say. But I'm talking about for the ones of us that we watch these fighters' videos, we know who they are. We understand who these people are. We know we've seen them fight in more than one fight. And not the highlight reel, because I know some of you dudes lazy. Y'all look at the highlight reel and think y'all know. No, you got to watch a fight from start to finish to understand what a fighter's skill set is. You got to watch more than one fight from start to finish. You got to slow the fight down. You got to break it down. You got to look at the parts. You know what? If a fight is 15 minutes long, then you should spend 2 hours watching it because you're studying it to a T. That's what I do. And if you're telling me that, you know, these guys at the UFC, they've actually studied each of these fighters to know what they're getting, I don't think they have. That's my opinion. I don't think that they have. But it is what it is. The UFC getting what they want, man. They're going to get what they want. They're going to get Cyborg out, okay? Cyborg is going to leave, okay? Folks, let's just hang it up. You know, even if she gets a chance, you know, okay, the Megan Anderson fight is off the table. That fight could have been a big fight, but nope. We had people hyping Megan head up, so that fight off. So now, you know, okay, if Leah lets him get through that house, it looks like the formidable opponent, it might be Leonidas Letson, y'all. And that's just the way that is. Way to go, UFC. Great job. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harris. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.